Looks like we have a bit of an aphid problem. Well, not really a problem. I don't have a problem with them, and they don't have a problem with me, but I do have quite the infestation. As you can see, these are the winged adults of this particular aphid species, and I'm not sure who they are, and if I figure that out, I'll annotate as such. But these aphids are on my bok choy, which has bolted, meaning that the long stem that you see here, that they're all very much a fan of, is where the flowers will come from. Think of it as it's sort of like a sign of maturity for the plant. And usually when leafy plants like bok choy and cabbage and spinach and things like this, when they bolt, the leaves aren't as good anymore. So the fact that these aphids came pretty much right after the plant bolted, it's fine by me. Interestingly enough, these aphids were not here yesterday from what I remember, so it's kind of hard to believe that they multiplied that quickly. I think that I was just not being attentive, but it's still pretty interesting to see such a huge difference in aphid populations, but most of that was because I probably didn't notice them. So not all of these are winged. The winged adults appear to be mostly at the top. So that makes sense, right? Because if they have wings, they want to be in an area where they could fly. They might be winged males, or they might be winged females. I'm not sure. Aphid physiology is very confusing, and it depends on the species, because some only attack one kind of plant, and some are generalists and they can feed on multiple kinds of plants. And sometimes they have a situation where they only really make winged males if they have adverse conditions, because they want to have genetic diversity, and sometimes they just make them seasonally. It's confusing, to say the least. So I'm not going to identify them quite yet. I couldn't tell you even if I wanted to, but I like looking at these guys because they appear to be, it's like they're triumphantly looking over their plant battlefield and victoriously mounting themselves on the very top of the plant. At least that's kind of what I take away from it. But that's all I really want to say about these guys. Just a little small video in the morning. Kind of an update. It's very interesting to watch these guys mow about their daily business, feeding on this plant. But I don't really get upset about this kind of a thing, because you can't really have a healthy system without all types of insects, and that includes aphids, and that includes insects that are going to be prey for the beneficial insects, right? So when the beneficial insects come around and they start having their lunch or dinner or breakfast, then things will start to harmonize, but not before.